In the last week alone, Central Illinois has dealt with 2 threats against schools and a shooting, which put a pair of schools on lockdown this morning. It is Thursday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Caitlin Canute. Thank you for joining us tonight. Caitlin Pearson talked to law enforcement about the penalties of making threats and how parents can talk to their kids about violence in and around the classroom. It is tonight's top story.
Lockdown, shelter in place, even active shooter drills. These have become the new norm for schools across the country. But as the safety measures increase, have conversations about the violence also done so at home? Here's some tips on how to start that conversation. It is a scene no one can imagine happening at their school until it does. That is what licensed psychotherapist Joy Miller says about school shootings across the country.
And this is very scary for them. They are walking into a situation where they feel defenseless. And how does a child make sense of that? We can't make sense of that as an adult.
There was an increased police presence at Canton High School on Monday after police say a former student made a gun threat by way of Snapchat. Then on Wednesday, a threatening note was found outside Beverly Manor School in Washington. Tazewell County Sheriff Jeffrey Lauer says every threat has to be investigated fully. And there's consequences.
There'll be penalties within the school as far as suspension or expulsion. There can be criminal penalties depending on the severity. It can go through our juvenile probation.
The FBI is trying to combat this in their Think Before You Post campaign, emphasizing a potential sentence of up to 5 years in prison, even for making a bogus threat. But fake or not, the fear is very real for students, and the therapist says a conversation is necessary at home.
They need to ask their child how they feel about the situation. Are they feeling anxious? Are they feeling nervous? Are they feeling scared?
Licensed clinical social worker Hillary Wasson says it's important to make sure your child is validated. Listen to them. Drill, hoax, or actual threat, because each child handles this type of situation in their own way.
But also realize that kids, especially littler ones, might find other ways to process things, maybe through play or through art.
Being open with your child to make them feel safe as they learn.
Everyone that I spoke to emphasized telling your child that if they ever see something either online or not, to tell a trusted adult.